Hi, BB Gang. Welcome back to Pundit Habibi for another wild weekend in the Premier League.
Absolutely crazy, right? I mean, goals galore, upsets, just incredible drama across the board.
Yeah, and I think we have to start with that Chelsea-Tottenham match.
Oh, man.
7 goals?
7 goals.
Cole Palmer was sensational.
And that Panenka.
Yeah, the Panenka. I mean, what a moment of brilliance.
Absolutely. And we got to talk about Arsenal dropping points Ipswich with another late heartbreak and Jamie Vardy rolling back the years.
Yeah, so much to unpack.
Let's get into it.
But let's start at Craven Cottage. Fulham holding Arsenal to a 1-1 draw. I mean, Arsenal were on a hot streak. They had that painful loss to Fulham last season, so this is a shocker for a lot of people.
Yeah, it really is. I think Fulham deserves a ton of credit for their tactics. I mean, they shut down Arsenal's open play completely.
Yeah, and I mean, how did they do that? What was the secret sauce there?
It was like watching, a swarm of bees just engulfing the Arsenal midfield. Like, Fulham clogged up the middle. Sasa Lukic was everywhere, winning tackles, intercepting passes, and,
You're going to say it?
Adama Traore. I mean, he was very physical at those corners.
You think those elbows were intentional or just part of the game?
I mean, it's certainly a question worth asking, right? Whether it's deliberate or not, it disrupted Arsenal's flow, and that was crucial.
Yeah, so how big of a blow is this for Arsenal's title hopes?
I wouldn't say it's a disaster, but it's definitely a missed opportunity. You know, they could have closed the gap on Liverpool, who didn't even play this weekend, and it does raise questions about Arsenal's ability to break down stubborn defenses if their open play is stifled.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure that out if they want to be serious contenders. All right, let's move on to Portman Road, where Ipswich, another late game collapse, a 2-1 loss to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
This is becoming a bit of a pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, it's heartbreaking to watch. Yeah. You know, they played some great attacking football, dominated possession, and then boom, 2 late goals, both from Bournemouth substitutes.
It's like a punch to the gut for Ipswich fans.
Right. And it raises questions about their game management, their mental resilience in those crucial closing stages. I mean, they have the quality, but they got to learn how to close out games.
And Bournemouth deserves credit, too, right? Yeah. Those subs made a huge impact.
Absolutely. And Doni Arola made the right calls, fresh legs, changed the game, and that just shows how crucial squad depth is in the Premier League.
All right, let's shift gears to the King Power Stadium, where Jamie Vardy turned back the clock with 2 goals to inspire Leicester to a 2-2 draw against Brighton.
Vintage Vardy. I mean, that volley for his first goal was just pure class anticipation instinct and a clinical finish. And then the penalty ice in his veins.
This is Leicester's second consecutive draw after being 2 goals down.
Yeah.
So what's behind this newfound resilience? Is it the Ruud van Nistelrooy effect?
It's definitely part of it. There's a different mentality at Leicester now. They're organized, more determined, and they believe they can come back from anything. But Brighton also needs to look at their inability to close out games. I mean, they let a 2-goal lead slip last week against Wolves, too.
Yeah, that's a worrying trend for them.
Absolutely. Fabian Hertzler needs to find a solution, because if they keep dropping points from winning positions, it's going to hurt their European aspirations.
All right, Habibi Gang, get ready, because we're about to dive into that 7-goal thriller between Tottenham and Chelsea. Trust me.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss this.
Oh, this is going to be good. Spurs-Chelsea always delivers the drama and Cole Palmer's performance. Well, let's just say he stole the show. Okay, Habibi Gang, let's break down that Spurs-Chelsea match.
I mean, where do we even begin?
7 goals?
Yeah, 7 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, back and forth the whole time.
And Cole Palmer was just...
unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. 2 goals, that Panenka.
I mean, the audacity to do a Panenka in a London derby like that.
It's insane, right? I mean, the kid has ice water in his veins.
And you know that incident that led to the second penalty for Chelsea?
Oh, yeah. Pape Sarr just couldn't handle Palmer's trickery.
No, he couldn't. Palmer was just too much for him.
Too quick, too skillful.
Yeah. But let's rewind a bit. Spurs started the game on fire. 2 goals in the first 11 minutes.
Yeah, I thought they were going to run away with it, to be honest.
Me too. They were clinical. Chelsea looked a little shaky at the back.
Especially Cucurella. He had a tough day.
Oh, man. Yeah, he was at fault for both of those early goals.
First, he loses his footing. Richarlison gets him behind, sets up Solanke for the opener.
And then he slips again, gives Kulusevski a golden opportunity.
Yeah, just not his day.
But you got to give Chelsea credit. They didn't panic. They kept fighting.
Yeah, they stuck to their game plan and slowly clawed their way back into the match.
And that Jadon Sancho goal, man.
What a beauty.
Cutting inside from the left, curling it into the far corner.
Textbook.
That was the turning point.
Yeah, momentum shifted completely. After that, Chelsea started believing, and Spurs, well, they started to crumble.
And it's interesting, you know, both Romero and Botman had to be subbed off for Spurs.
Yeah, they were both coming back from injury.
Do you think that played a role in their collapse?
It definitely didn't help losing two key defenders like that, especially Romero, who went off early, disrupted their defensive organization, and Chelsea took advantage.
Yeah, and then there was that Caicedo tackle on Sarr.
Ooh, that was reckless.
Yeah, lucky to get away with just a yellow.
I mean, it could have easily been a red card.
Completely changed the game if it was.
But even with those decisions going their way, Spurs just couldn't contain Chelsea in the second half.
No, they were overwhelmed, outplayed.
And that final scoreline, 4-3 to Chelsea, tells the story.
It really does. I mean, Spurs started so well, but they just faded.
Chelsea grew stronger as the game went on. You could see their hunger for the win.
This win puts Chelsea right back in the title race.
Absolutely level on points, with Liverpool now sending a message to the rest of the league.
They're looking like serious contenders.
They're playing with so much confidence under Enzo Maresca.
But what about Spurs? I mean, this defeat raises some serious questions about their title aspirations.
Yeah, they've bottled a 2-goal lead. Their defense looks shaky. There were signs of frustration.
The pressure is on Ange Postecoglou for sure.
He needs to fix those defensive issues and instill some belief in his players, because if he doesn't, those whispers about his job security are going to get louder.
So we saw some incredible individual performances, tactical adjustments, drama galore.
Classic London derby.
What stood out to you most about Chelsea's second half performance?
I think it was Enzo Maresca's tactical switch, bringing on Gusto at right back, pushing Caicedo into midfield permanently.
That was a masterclass.
Yeah, it gave them so much more control in midfield, and Reece James was free to bomb forward.
Stifled Spurs' creativity completely.
And allowed Chelsea to dictate the tempo of the game.
So do you think this Chelsea team, with all their attacking firepower and tactical flexibility, are the real deal? Are they genuine title contenders?
They're making a strong case. I mean, they have the quality, the depth, the mentality. But it's a long season. Lots of twists and turns still to come.
The Premier League is always full of surprises.
You never know what's going to happen next.
Okay, so where does all this leave us in the grand scheme of things?
Well, at the top, it's still advantage Liverpool.
Even though they didn't play.
Yeah, 4-point lead at the top.
They are looking very strong, though.
Definitely the team to beat right now.
But Chelsea, that win over Spurs puts them right back in the mix.
Huge statement win level on points with Liverpool now.
They're looking dangerous.
So much attacking firepower, tactical flexibility under Maresca.
And that mentality.
Yeah, they just never give up, do they?
Arsenal, though, they got to be disappointed with that draw against Fulham.
Yeah, missed opportunity to close the gap on Liverpool.
And it does raise questions about their ability to break down those stubborn defenses.
If they can't figure that out, it's going to be tough to sustain a title challenge.
Bournemouth, quietly climbing the table, that win against Ipswich puts them in 8th place.
And Donny Irwell is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, they're playing some really attractive football, and they're getting results.
Don't be surprised if they keep climbing.
Ipswich, though, still searching for that first home win.
Those late-game collapses are becoming a real problem.
It's like a mental block.
Yeah, they have the quality, but they need to find a way to close out games.
Brighton as well, another game where they let a lead slip.
2 weeks in a row now, dropping points from winning positions.
That's got to be concerning for them.
If they want to be in Europe, they need to fix that.
So the Premier League Habibi gang, as always, it's full of drama and excitement.
And we're just getting started.
Buckle up, because it's only going to get crazier from here.
Absolutely.
All right, Habibi gang, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
Be sure to subscribe to the Pundit Habibi Podcast for your daily dose of all things Premier League.
We'll be back soon with more analysis and banter.
Until then, Habibi gang, keep the passion burning, and we'll see you on the other side of the touchline.